It's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajani. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
11.
Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. 1st and 10 at the 19.
11.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that?
on, what does that mean? Break up? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November. already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
3 yards on that last run, so here is 2nd and 7 from the 28.
11.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Good one, able to haul it in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Hurry up.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And they can't bring him down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Bryant's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a toss play. It's a Johnny. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Detroit! Hold on! Watch him now, Barney!
Now it's a Johnny. Down right around the 25. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch him now, Barney!
They run to the Johnny. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And this one is incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Returnable for Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He hits his running back, Jay Ajayi. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Keeps himself upright. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run with Freeman. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. It's caught, Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Garoppolo now. 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Dancing to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Garoppolo now, first down throw, eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On play action. Now Garoppolo. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Troy Apke. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A nice little juke. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? This is Ajayi, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jarrett Davis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Goodwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Here's Ajayi. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The 2nd down carry for Urban. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Yeah, the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He goes underneath to Freeman. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
11. What do you need?
They go play action here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, after the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle to block as the defense just did there?
Sure. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
4 down. Like 20.
Garoppolo again. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Titans on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Goodwin able to haul it in. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Titans on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Garoppolo. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. It's an 8th loss of the year, and that one cements the fact that they're not going to reach their goal of finishing over 500.
And that's too bad because they really pressed for it. You know, they gave it a heck of a run, but now they've got to find out who's going to play hard down the stretch and still try and win ball games.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.